Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about a very important transit that affects all of us. It is when Venus comes together with Pluto. And I want to talk about the energy of Pluto and what it means for all of us collectively on planet Earth right now, as well as when it affects the planet of love. Because Pluto is the planet that deals with control issues, but mainly when Pluto and Venus are in aspect, and this especially goes if you have them conjunct or if you have them opposed to each other in your birth chart, there's always going to be these deep issues around betrayal. That's what happens with Pluto, and especially to the planet Venus, it rules love. So before I go on, I just want to remind everyone to sign up for my free newsletter. There you will get all of my predictions delivered to your email address. Go to galacticcenter.org, and while there, don't forget to look at my spiritual jewelry. I have malas, and these are the things that help remind us of our spiritual essence and path while we're on planet Earth. And one more thing, if you are interested in Pluto, this is my book that I just wrote on Pluto that goes over all the attributes and all the energies, what Pluto means and how it's affected our world, especially over the course of the past year. So Pluto deals with control, manipulation, and power, but it's coming together with Venus. Venus as the planet of peace and love and harmony, all the beautiful things in life, these become very, very difficult things during this time. And as I said, everyone needs to be aware of this conjunction that is coming about December 11th. December 11th, Pluto and Venus will merge together at 1 degree of Capricorn. Now I am talking about the sidereal Vedic system, this is the true placements astronomically of the planets. So at 1 degree of Capricorn, the reason why I say this affects us all collectively, Capricorn deals mainly with government. It deals with leadership. It deals with the organization around the world in terms of how we organize our countries, our governments, our politics. And Pluto with Venus is really important. Now, Venus will cross Pluto every single year, one or 2 days of the year. So it doesn't seem that important, but the reason why I think this has great relevance at this time is by the 19th of December, Venus will turn retrograde. So at this time, around the 11th, and moving all the way up to this point in time, Venus is moving a lot slower. So when a planet slows down, its aspects make much more of an impact. And this is huge. This impact that's about to occur is going to have an effect on everyone, because everyone's starting to see that what they thought was truth is not. It seems like the great betrayal is coming clearer and clearer and clearer. But if you perchance have any planets around 1 degree of Capricorn or 1 degree of Cancer, then this means that this conjunction will have its effects on your personal life, and most probably something to do with your love life. And Pluto, because it's a god of the underworld, will bring things up that you particularly didn't know about. And it's time for you to cleanse, to feel, and what do I always say? In order to heal, you have to feel. So feeling the issues of betrayal, being under someone's control, is what Pluto is making us all feel right now, but particularly if you have planets there, something in your personal life will surface that will be emotional. And you're going to go through a psychological healing with it. And this is so important. One thing I always say about Pluto is when the transit is occurring, we always feel like it's the worst thing that's ever happened to us. But then, after some time, a few years later, you look back and you think, thank God I went through that, because I couldn't be who I am or what I am at this point in my life. So it deals with transformation, and it deals with dying to something old to be reborn to something new. But this is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. But once it does, you wake up and you realize what I know about Pluto, and that is Pluto always eliminates anything that is not growth producing. And most of the time, it will be those things we're most attached to, that pretty much we're obsessed with. Pluto can rule with obsessional type behaviors. It deals with the darkness of the underworld, so things of our shadow side are revealed to us through the energy of this most profound, slow-moving planet that I find very interesting that they downgraded to a planetoid or whatever. They say Pluto's not a planet. But trust me, when you go through a Pluto transit, particularly when Pluto slows up and goes over any of your planets, it is a transformational experience, and it can be very gut-wrenching. But if you have Pluto exactly on one of your planets, you will be remembered. After your death, you will leave a legacy of some sort for something in your life. You will be remembered. That is the power and energy of Pluto. But going back to what it's all about, Venus with relationships. I believe because this is a fleeting transit that happens only for a day or two, I want everyone to really take note of what they are experiencing at this point in time, because this is so deep. And this area of the zodiac deals with bringing up truths. This is in Capricorn, and it deals with politics, particularly. Don't forget, Capricorn is the 10th sign, and that makes it relative to the 10th house, which deals with governments, politics, rulers, kings. And this is the energy that's really coming out globally, collectively for the world. There's some little things that are coming up for a day or two that will be eye-opening, and it will be, wow, have I really not seen this all along? And yes, it will be, mark my words, around this time, globally, whatever country you're living in, you will feel a sense of betrayal by what? The governments. That's where it is. And I'm going to show you a lot of charts coming up. I've actually got a predictive class coming up December 18th. If you want to be part of it, everyone's invited. Go to my website, galacticcenter.org, and click on December 18th's prediction day. I'm going to go over all the countries' charts relative to all of the things that are bubbling up here that deal with these betrayals. Because Pluto's energy, and especially, let me say something that I've said before many times, but for those of you that haven't heard it before, Pluto takes a long time to go through the whole zodiac. Sometimes it stays in a sign for 30 years, and it's about to stay in Capricorn for 20 years. But it is making a return in the United States chart. And it's coming back to where it was. Pluto takes about 244 years or so, and the United States, 1776. It's taken that long for Pluto to go through all signs, and it's returning. And Pluto is the true emotional, psychological, mind bend that's coming out about all of the deceptions, all of the deceits, but most of all the betrayals of so much that's been going on in all of these countries. And I believe what's been happening around the world is part of why finally this truth had to be exposed, and it's here. It's coming out. So watch this day with intent around December 11th, maybe the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, that there are not a lot of things coming up that represents the deep, dark betrayal in our world, but also pay attention to your personal life. Be truthful, be honest to yourself, and ask that the truth be revealed to heal your life, and it will. So with that, I'd like to close. Remember, if you would like to learn Vedic astrology, I have a new start date. I'm so excited. It'll be January 10th. We're going to start semester 1. If you've always wanted to learn astrology, become an astrologer, now is the time. I have a stellar, unique organization where everyone feels that it's a community where there's support to learn, and you'll be glad you did. So check it out, University of Vedic Astrology.com, and the start date is January 10th, 2022. Thank you.